All right, Shalom. I just want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakadash, double honors to the apostles and another great millstone who rule and teach well, peace, and occupancy in the truth around the globe. Shalom. Now, I want to get into this quick lesson. I'm going into give them warning from me. That's the title of this lesson. You know, you know, we all, just reminder, we always have to warn. You know, no matter of the fact of you know um how your how bad your situation is or whatever, but you still have to warn the flock. So Lord willing, this lesson be edified. All right, this is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. All right, so Yahweh Shema Shai told us to, that son of man right there means Yahweh Shai. And it says, I'm gonna read it one more time. It says, this is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. So the point of warning, the flock is to, edify, exhort, and to warn, the way can be, you know, um, you know, the 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 blood can be off our hands, and then verse 18, and it says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to the wicked up from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at thine hand. So if we don't warn, then we're going to be, found not worthy, and we're going to be found not, found with the blood on our hands if we don't warn the flock, which is the house of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel that are out there scattered. So let's get some more scriptures. Okay, this is a precept to Ezekiel 3:17. Behold, speak, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, speak, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous but cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So, the wicked is basically, basically put, that the wicked is going to be slain and the righteous are going to be, delivered. The wicked is going to be slain and the righteous is going to be delivered. It's just up to you to, it's up to you in order to be on the right side. Even though, the elect are wretched, the elect are wretched men, but Yahweh Shema Shai is going to cover them through his blood, like it says in verse 8 and 9. All right. Now uh, let's get Matthew 24. starting at verse uh 6, and it says, and ye shall hear of wars, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. You know, so you know, so Matthew 24, Matthew chapter 24, 6 down to 14. These are things that we need to look out for, in the times to come, as I just read, even down to 4 down to 14. Matthew chapter 24, verse 4 down to 14. You know, you know, because these are things that he rewrote, to warn us of, because it's going to be a time like no other, like it says in Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it." All right, so um, you know, um, the day is going to be great. So we don't know what's going to be. We have things written, but there's going to be things not written in the book that's going to come upon that day that the Lord has brought upon that brought upon Jake. So Lord willing, the Lord willing, the elect is going to be preserved out of that situation. You know, because all we can do is hope and pray that the elect can be delivered out of this trouble. All right. All right. Let me get Habakkuk chapter 2, starting at verse 1. And it says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the high tower, upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved." All right. And it says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it a plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." Right. And that means that, you know, um uh the vision that Lord gave you, make it plain upon tables, and prophesy unto the children of Israel, and the ones scattered, among the children of Israel, whoever come out of that sea line, prophesy unto them, and uh, prophesy unto them, and make it plain upon tables, just, do the work, and make it plain upon tables, and it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." So the prophecies are on track. The prophecies are right on time, because it's already written. All right, so let's get into the scripture. Second Chronicles 15:13, that whosoever would not seek the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah of Israel, shall be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So if you are um, Israelite or scattered, you know, you know, and if you are Israelite and scattered, you know, or if you are the seed line of Jacob, Israelite of the Israelite, then you will have to seek the Lord, because the Lord commanded to seek the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, or you're gonna be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So we are subject to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So let's get this rule right here. Isaiah 55 verse 6. It says, seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. All right. So if you seek the Lord, you're gonna receive mercy upon Yahweh Shema Shai, from Yahweh Shema Shai, and if you forsake your wicked ways, turn back from Yahweh Shema Shai, put on as the elect, and put away wickedness, to the best of your ability, then you know, you know, uh, you know, then Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna have mercy upon you, you know, and he's gonna abundantly pardon you. All right. All right. This is Zechariah 13:8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, two parts therein should be cut off and die, but the third should be left therein. So Yahweh Shema Shai, already ordained who's going to be a part of the elect, who's not a part of the elect. So you know, as it says in Habakkuk, not Habakkuk, but as it says in um, as it says in Isaiah 55:6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. So, this is what he commanded us to do, is to seek the Lord. Seek the Lord, that way, you can be a part of the elect. It says verse 9, and it says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, that they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. So this is what you should have to do, is to seek the Lord, you know, in verse 9 means that, the elect is gonna be purified through the fire, by doing the work, going out to the highways and hedges, going to the highways and byways, um, keeping the commandments to the best of your ability, hoping, in the Lord's mercy, waiting on the Lord for his vengeance, to come upon Babylon the Great, you know, making your calling like sure, to the best of your ability, you know, you know. But how about Shema Shai is going to preserve those who are doing those things. All right. All right, and it says this is what's gonna keep you stable in the times to come if you do those things. You know, as it says in Isaiah 55:60, if you seek the Lord, you know, then the Lord's gonna you know, keep you stable in the time. And this is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right. So, you know, this is what you should want. You know, this is what you should want, you know, in in the times of in that day which the Lord's going to bring upon Jacob, you know, in the whole world, you know, because the whole world is going to feel, you know, the wrath of the Lord. But you know, you know, you know, will make your calling and election sure, and you know, desire wisdom and knowledge, you know, and stay prayed up in the scriptures, you know, stay prayed up and stay in the scriptures, and um you know, fear the Lord, you know. All right, with that, I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory to you. How about Shemal, Shabbat, Sim, Crocodiles, double apostles, and those are millstone, who will teach well, peace, and so that I can push in the truth for the globe. Shalom.